Hey, good people, you've heard me say multiple times that we live in the greatest love story in the midst of the fiercest war. Just last month, 3,000 women were sold. 35 phone calls are being made just today in Greater Dayton around suspected abuse and neglect. When we think of these huge societal issues and societal problems, it's not going to take just a couple of us. It's going to take each one of us unleashing the latent love that's inside of us, of time, talent, and treasure, wherever we live, work, and play. We don't have a resource problem. We have a connection problem. We need to do this together for collective impact. So infantry wins battles. Every day there are people that are caring for those kids, caring for those women and men and all the sorts. But in order to move the needle in bigger ways, we need really, really good logistics. So I have a 5-minute trailer connected to this that exposes 2 videos, mostly for city network leaders, but also for yourself, to go deeper into the logistics, the how and the what of I'm doing and these other city network leaders are doing each day to densify a network of networks so that it's not just a couple of leaders that are working on behalf of a cause. Each person knows how to leverage their micro dose of love, their time, talent, and treasure to move the needle. So in the future, you'll be able to receive a story related to the larger framework of these logistics. And the way that you can maybe taste them and touch them and make them more palpable is that I've been working pretty hard to create these 30 with many more coming, these 1-minute vignettes on the story section of StoryConnect. So whether it's domestic abuse or business as mission or mental health or criminal justice or slavery, each one of these 1-minute vignettes shows the problem, the societal solution that relates to the densifying and interconnecting of networks, and then the strategy behind it in a way to input people's information. I'm doing this all collectively with a bunch of city network transformation folks, so those logistics are helpful as feedback to understand the framework. So pop in that podcast or listen if you want to go deeper into that hour and 20-minute content. But this is a great way for this update and future updates to get a little bit more granular, centered around a cause. Now, the one that densifying network that I lead is around child welfare, a team of Greater Dayton of champions that I draw together. We spent about 120 hours together. There's a lot that's going on. The whole vision is more than enough families waiting for kids, and then kids waiting for families, and breaking that down into strategy. And there's a lot of momentum going on nationally in here to move that needle. I'm going to give you one more example of something that's going on so that you can kind of get a sense of these logistics. So about 4 years ago, I showed Stan Sunday at a congregation alongside of a local pastor, and there was someone in the audience who had a stirring inside of them, and they had leashed love, and they decided to unleash it. They unleashed treasure to create a fund for anyone throughout Ohio around adoption and foster care. And the same person had a stirring in their heart about kids from hard places, county-wide, within our little county. And we sat with each other last month. This older gentleman is the catalyzer. I'm greasing the skids, providing a lot of resources, drawing together, giving a framework with the idea of creating a network leader, a hub director, with the goal of recruiting and retaining youth mentors all across our county. So I have a number of 3,000 of what they're going to do. And there's all these I have about 40 champions, youth workers that work in the space that wake up every morning caring for kids from hard places. And each one of them need more time, talent, and treasure. I know that there's all of these people, these adults that want to mentor, but they haven't figured out how to navigate or triage where they best fit. And there's all these kids that need a single caring adult, because that's the difference between a success and a statistic. And so this hub director that we will be sending out job description and hiring and finding more funding for is going to be that bridge within this area and be able to do so much more. So this 1-minute vignette about mobilizing youth mentors, where it talks about there's 7,000 kids from hard places here, and it talks about what the mission is and what the strategy is, and in a little video and all those things can be used as a way to reflect on a story that I can tell in the next update that rallies in this vignette, and then it gives us good talking points if we go back and forth. So there's a lot to potentially consume, but I wanted to give you all the best understanding of the logistics and the back end behind this work, and some tactile stories to hold on to, and then the promise of more stories of how these networks are moving forward in the future to do things. We already have really good examples with refugees, immigrants, and new Americans in the human trafficking space, in the addiction and recovery space, and more. So I'm excited to expose those to you, and feel free to reach out with any questions, comments, or concerns at any time. I would love to hear from you. I hope that this is helpful. Let me know what else might be helpful, and enjoy those 1-minute posts. Again, there's 30 of them if you so choose to dive in. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for your fuel. I couldn't do this without you. I'm so excited to feel alive, like there's more and more that's going on and it's working. And so stay tuned. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.